Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Sunday, March 13th, 2016, around 6:17 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's daylight savings time begins today. We lost an hour of sleep. The sunrise will be coming up around around 7 o'clock. But the good side is it's going to be going down at 6:55. And for the next several months, it's going to be light out until like 7 or 8, which is good news. Some news to report. UMass with Lowell Riverhawks beat BU Terriers by the score of 5-0. UMass Lowell is going to the Hockey East semifinals again. And also, it's NCAA Selection Sunday for the men's basketball tournament. They're going to select the 68 teams in the field at 6 p.m. today on CBS with Greg Gumbel and Clark Kellogg and Kenny Digit-Smith and Charles Barkley. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of today is the top 50 greatest professional wrestling heels of all time. Now I've reached from number 40 to number 31. And this is an awesome list for the next 10 people on this list. And here they are, number 40 on this list of the greatest professional wrestlers heels of all time. Jimmy the Mouth of the South Hart, legendary manager in Memphis and the WWE and WCW. Jimmy Hart was manager of the First Family in Memphis Wrestling. They feuded with Jerry the King Lawler. It was a long-running feud between Lawler and Hart. Lawler would get in the ring on occasions. It was a chicken shit heel. And when he went to the WWE, he had the megaphone, and he's a WWE Hall of Famer. His Memphis work was probably one of the best heel manager work of all time. Number 39 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, Raven. Raven was in ECW for many, many years. He formed Raven Flock. He was like a cold, calculating heel, and he had many field gimmicks before the Raven character. And Raven went to WCW, but like he was lost in a shuffle, went back to ECW, then to WWE, then TNA. And Raven's famous for saying, quote the Raven, nevermore, and his ECW theme song, you gotta keep them separated. Number 38 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett became a major heel when he was in WCW, winning a couple of WCW world titles. Then he formed TNA, and then he was the focal point of TNA for many years. Number 37 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, the Fabulous Moolah, probably the best women's world champion of all time. She held the women's world belt for 28 years. She actually owned the title, and she was a dastardly heel. A lot of women wrestlers trained with Moolah. 1995 WWE Hall of Famer. She passed away in 2007. Number 36 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, Playboy Gary Hart, another manager who was, very, very good at the mic, and he was like a cold and calculating heel manager in Florida and in Mid-South and in Texas, and he's finished doing it for WCW. Very, very great manager. He couldn't take bumps because he was in a plane crash accident in 1975, which he lost vision in one of his eyes, passed away in 2008. Number 35 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, Big John Studd. Big John Studd had a legendary feud with Andre the Giant for many, many years in the 80s. Studd and Ken Patera cut the hair of Andre the Giant on an edition of Championship Wrestling. And John Studd wanted to be called the Giant. He passed away in 1995 of Hodgkin's disease at the tender age of 47. He was posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2004. Number 34 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, the mastermind of the Four Horsemen, J.J. Dillon, manager. J.J. Dillon had a long career as a wrestler and a manager. He started managing in the mid-70s, and he was, a great heel manager in Florida, and in the NWA and Jim Crockett Promotions. He was a great talker. He would interfere in many, many matches, but he would get involved in matches. He actually was a professional wrestler before becoming a manager. 2012 WWE Hall of Famer, and one time he was the Vice President of Talent Relations for the WWE. He was replaced by good old Jr. Jim Ross. Number 33 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, Randy Orton, current WWE superstar who's been on the sidelines. Randy Orton's won many championships in the WWE, including Intercontinental Championship, WWE World Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, and others. He was part of a few super groups, and also he had a gimmick in the 2000s called the Legend Killer, because he would attack pro wrestling legends, and that got him over as a monster, as a mega heel. He's a three-generation wrestler. His father, Bob Orton Sr., wrestled the Big O. Then Cowboy Bob Orton, his father, wrestled as well. Also, he had an uncle who wrestled, who was a preliminary wrestler, Barry O, in the WWE. Number 32 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, Vickie Guerrero, who was a long time authority figure for SmackDown, GM, and Raw GM, and also she managed a few WWE superstars. She would always get heat big time when she said, "Excuse me." She would have an annoying voice and, an awesome heel, and probably one of the bright spots for WWE for heels in the late 2000s, early 2010. And number 31 on this list, to end it right here, is Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was a Olympic hero. He wrestled in the Olympics with a broken neck. He spent many years in the WWE from 1999 to 2006. He was a heel, saying, "It's true, it's true." And he was, kind of a comedy heel, won many WWE championships, and he was awesome. Then he went to TNA, and he continued winning title after title after title at TNA. He's now basically retired. And that's about it on this list. Tomorrow we'll go from 30 to 21. Be back later, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus with 2 more video blogs. First video blog is my take on why tips for waiters and waitresses are so important, because there's many restaurants are trying to do away with tips, period. Tell you about my take on that. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bunny guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO Roxanne's nice legs. Elizabeth Hart so stunning. She's got nice legs as well. Amy Swensy's the best. And Julie Donaldson of Comcast Sports Mid-Atlantic's my TV sports crush. And Michelle Beadle of Sports Nation has nice legs. And in the words of Dee Patel last week, no bus. Goodbye, everybody. Yeah, and a few.